How do tariffs lead to a recession? How could these tariffs cause a recession? Everyone's talking about recessionary fears.
How does a tariff lead to a recession?
Yeah.
Okay, but first of all, I mean, I don't want to go into the market stuff. Look at the market. But when you have the basic premise of all these tariffs, it's going to cause demand destruction, it's going to cause higher prices, and it's going to cause lower profitability for companies. All of those things lead to a slowdown in our GDP growth, right? Your consumer sentiment is down. Things become more expensive. Consumers are not that eager to purchase anymore, and we're a consumer economy, so that's number one. You got less spending in the economy. Less spending, because things are more expensive, causes, less spending equals to companies making less money. Companies making less money, they have to retrench, they have to restructure their operations, they have to cut costs. All that, the basic premise is these tariffs are not going to stimulate growth, stimulate employment, stimulate spending. They're doing the direct opposite, right? Things become way more expensive. Companies make way, because you pass on the tariffs to the consumers, they're going to pay more, right? Their purchasing power goes down, right? Their discretionary spending goes down, right? And then when that happens, those companies on the other side of the fence who are selling those products, they're going to sell less products, or even for those that are still selling products with tariffs, they're going to make less money. If they don't pass 100% of the cost to the consumers that are buying their products, they're going to margin compression. All roads lead to lower profitability, right? Lower profitability in companies means what? You have to adjust your cost base, means job losses, right? And it's like that domino effect. It starts with that, and then it just spreads because we're all interconnected in the economy.
What if Donald Trump does that thing that he has been doing? He announces all these tariffs, they go into effect for a little bit, and then he pulls it back. Like once the ball starts rolling down the hill, can you stop it?
We don't know. I have no idea. No clue. The market is reacting to what he says.
Right.
What he says, the reaction, consumer sentiment, everybody is reacting to what. Look at what happened right now, whether he comes through with his tariffs or not. Just today, you just look everywhere you go and getting bombarded by emails No, I'm talking about auto dealers are pinging everybody, come buy your car now, come buy your car now, come buy your car. So he said that, and everybody's reacting to it verbatim.
Do we know when they're actually going to go into an effect? Has he said?
I have no clue. I have no clue. He said immediately. What does that mean, immediately? How are they going to collect? Right. There is a whole, who knows?
You guys, the recession is knocking on our doors. Whatever you do, save your money. Do not let these influencers trick you. It is about to be historic. Stop overspending. You do not need to book that trip. You don't need to buy that lip combo. You probably deserve it, but please, whatever you do, save your money right now. I will be your Black Bradley on a budget. I need to do better myself, but please.
Yeah, because y'all wasn't around for the last recession. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know how that. You got gas money? Shit used to hit different. Gas was $4-5. Fuck basketball practice, nigga. Fuck track practice, nigga. Shit was rough. And I was a kid, and I knew shit was rough. Now, we're the new adults. Some of y'all got kids. I had 4 siblings. 4. Used to be 5. So this was a household of 7. Shout out to my mama. Shout out Whip and them food stamps. You hear me? But it's finna get really boy. But I hope you got a job making halfway decent money, because everything about to be expensive as hell. If you got a house, I hope you got a good deal on it. Because When they say shit go under, this shit about to be bad. You better save your money. Y'all better start saving, for real. You think you finna be going to Dubai and all? And you know we on the cusp of war. You know what I'm saying? Shit is real out here. I ain't gonna lie, it might be worse than when our parents went through this shit, bro.
Major recession indicator. My mom has completely stopped talking about facials altogether. I haven't heard her mention a facial in at least a month. So things must be going bad. I'll have to look into it.
Gen Z really got the short end of the stick. As soon as we graduate, there's a global pandemic and we have to stay in our houses for about 2 years. We thought the economy was bad. It's only getting worse now. I am moving back in with my parents because I cannot afford not to. And I think that is one thing that people do not talk about enough is the lack of opportunity for Gen Z. Unless I wanted to go into severe debt and move away, I can't do that. I'm sorry, Anthony Bourdain. All I want to do is travel, but I can't.
For those asking if the lead up to the 2008 recession feels like right now, which is the lead up to the 2025 recession, no. Nope. Big nope energy, okay? No. The difference, well, one of the differences that is probably the most obvious, 2008, we had hope and change right around the corner, baby. Barack Nam was on the way. It was still an election cycle, and we had not voted for him yet, but we at least knew that there was somebody around the corner that could possibly help and get us out of that situation. Right now, baby, 2025, that's it. Ain't no help on the way. This is it. For the next 4 years, Barack Nam ain't coming. Okay, they at the house. Ain't no help. So while there were many factors that were at play, that was one of the big ones.
I was 11 during the Great Recession. I remember my dad being genuinely just stressed out to the max, always having the news on, always just talking about it because my dad was a car salesman. This man sold cars through the Great Recession. He had been selling cars in this country since the 70s. And I remember being genuinely concerned about if my dad was going to be able to afford to live. And it was also the same time my dad was dealing with immigration stuff that was costing him, at the end, it cost him like $70,000 to be able to stay in this country during the Great Recession. And when my freshman year of college, I took a psych class because I was an education major on, what has made Gen Z the way that they are. And one of the proponents of it is the Great Recession. Whether or not Gen Z was aware, they watched their parents lose their jobs. They watched their parents struggle to put food on the table. If they had older siblings that were millennials that were graduating college, they struggled finding a job. And Gen Z, no matter their age, saw this and now don't value education. They have residual trauma from it. And Gen Z is graduating college. I'm the oldest band of Gen Z. I'm 97. And now Gen Z is dealing with that themselves. They can't pay their student loans. There's no aid for them. They can't get jobs because there's no jobs. Jobs are systematically being erased. And we all thought the Great Recession was the worst thing it could be. And it got worse. And that is a frightening thing as someone who is educated. And I don't have an answer. And it's really scary because I literally teach Gen Z, Gen Alpha kids. I teach them Avid. And I'm like, here's why you should go to college. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, is college worth it at this point? Are they going to be able to get FAFSA? Are they going to be able to get Pell Grants? Are they going to be able to get student loans? Are they going to be able to afford college? Are their families going to be able to put food on the table tomorrow? Are they going to make it to college? But yeah, let's give tax breaks to billionaires.
Until my garden gets to gardening, I'm going to still have to go to the grocery store and buy my vegetables and stuff. But and I know I'm not the only one, but I'm being very, very, very intentional with my spending and my dollars, right? And I find myself now going to 3 different stores to get what I need. Like, for example, my wife takes her lunch to work and she likes those Sunkissed or the Bumblebee, whatever tuna that comes in the packet. That's usually at the store you might buy, it might be $2.99 for one of those little packs. But I saw them at the dollar store for $1.25. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the dollar store. Even if it's just to get those things, I'm going to the dollar store. And I know I'm not the only one doing this. And then on top of that, to make matters worse, I just drove 20 minutes away from my house to come to this Safeway, because the Safeway by my house is cool. But this Safeway over here, which is in the Cherry Creek neighborhood, we actually used to live in this area when we first moved here before we bought our house. And this Safeway is just better. And I noticed that the prices are different. And literally, it only took me from the Safeway that I would have went to come here, probably took about 15 minutes. So tell me why is it such a difference? Now, this is considered Denver. I live in Aurora. Is that why? Like, I don't understand. But now I find myself, I'm going to like 2 or 3 different stores just to get the best deal on shit. Because I got time. Remember, I got laid off. I'm still looking for a job, but I got time. So if I got to go to 2, 3 grocery stores to get everything we need and not have to dish out so much money, then that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I know I cannot be the only one. Like,
I'm getting fed up with the prices of groceries. The price of groceries are too fucking sky high, and some things need to change. Because to be spending $1,000 a month cash in groceries, if not more, it might be more than 1,000. I'm like, how is that possible? Like, I just went shopping last week and I spent over $300. This week, the food's gone. The whole 6 days later, literally 6, not even 7 days. 6 days later, the food's pretty much gone. The fridge is bare. I'm like, how? Because $300 don't get you shit. That's how. So when you used to be able to go and spend, you know, $150 and fill up your cabinet's fridge, and now it lasts you a couple weeks. $300 is not lasting anybody a week. Like, dude, shit needs to change. Either I'm gonna start walking my happy ass out with those carts, just like people used to do back in the days of addiction, but filled with TVs and electronics. My shit's gonna be filled with food. I don't care. Call the cops.
I knew it was bad. I just didn't know it was this bad. I ran to the grocery store for my parents, who are getting a little bit older and it's not as easy as it used to be. And I said, I'll do it for you, no big deal to me. So I went to Publix, which I am an Aldi girl, and, you know, sometimes Walmart, not a huge fan, but yeah, so Aldi, and I get about the same things every single week. I know what my food costs are going to be. And so I'm in Publix, and I literally started gasping at the prices. Gasping. Things that used to be like, I don't know, $1 are now $3. For example, just a regular old jar of spaghetti sauce, usually $1.25, $3.79. A case of the mini Dr. Peppers, ready for this? $8.49. What? Oh, here's a good one. You know those boxes of like chicken broth and everything that you get? They used to be 99 cents. Yeah, no, they were $3.85 for a box of chicken broth. $3.85. Well, this is the one where I literally saw stars. I was so losing my mind. So I'm making this family recipe called hot fruit, right? And really super yummy, lots of butter and some canned fruits, right? It's just the right texture. So a small can of chunked pineapple, and I'm talking store brand, $2.85. Then for the store brand quartered pears, just a can of quartered pears, $2.45. Oh, but wait, don't order yet. The peaches were $3.29. For a regular size can, not the big can. No, just a little, little 10 ounce. I don't know how you guys are doing it. As I've said before, it's just me. And when you're yourself, you get in your little habits and you eat your healthy food and you don't think too much of it. My weekly grocery run, including my little bottle of wine, is about $42. So for this total today of $185.43 that will get them through the week. I don't know how you people with families are doing it. This is awful. Awful.
Have y'all seen the news today? Because from what I'm seeing, it looks like we all need to be having a garden now. Because if things are about to be as bad as they're looking with these tariffs and everything else, like, bro, grocery prices they're already high as heck, but they really about to be high now. So if you don't have a garden, honey, you need to start one. And I don't want to hear nothing about having a green thumb. I don't want to hear none of that. It's all about reading, learning, and trial and error. So just start it now and thank me later.
Someone who was a young 20-year-old who lived through like the 2008, 2009 recession, what did y'all do?
This is an excellent question. I don't think the recession that's about to come will even compare to the one we had back then. And I mean that this one might be worse. When recession number one hit in 2008, I was freshly married. Our rent, I think, was maybe $700 and we were on 2 incomes. So it doesn't feel as hard when you're living with another person, you've got 2 incomes, than this one will feel. For a lot of you who live alone, fast forward to 2009. I worked at an industry association and a lot of our members were in the automotive industry. We had layoffs. I want to say in the spring of 2009. Fortunately, I did not lose my job, but I think 30% of our staff was cut. Fast forward to summer of 2009, I had just started a new part-time job. So again, money was looking a little funny. I have worked 2 jobs on and off since college. If y'all can get a second job, I would highly recommend it. Recessions are perfect times to pick up a side hustle, a second job. You need a second source of income because if one goes, you can ramp up the other and vice versa. Last thing I'll say about the recession of 2008, 2009 compared to the recession that's coming now is we didn't have all the other noise going on in the background. We still had some hope because my president is black, my Lambo's blue. Like that was the vibes, even though the recession was looking a little shaky. Government programs weren't being cut. Federal workers were still largely safe. It feels vastly different. While as an elder millennial, I've been through a couple of these recessions, I'ma just be honest, babes, I don't think any of us, other than our grandparents who went through the Great Recession, have any idea of what this is about to feel like. Our advice is not going to help because we haven't been through what we're about to go through collectively.
Go on!
Go on! That's they dog treats.
They won't. They dog treats. Why is you sitting up there eating they dog treats?
That's dog snacks.
No!
They know what's up. That's why he said it earlier.
That's hard salami.
Hard salami, same thing.
That's
dog
I get
treats.
Them for dog treats. When I go to the store, I get them. That's dog
food. The stuff that you bought and that was in the refrigerator?
That's dog treats.
I don't give a damn.
Hard salami, vine sausage, and potty meat is dog food.
Go on.
Hard salami, Slim Jims, them is dog treats.
Dog food.
Dog treats.
Vine sausage,
potty meat. That's why Black's standing there looking like that.
You better go on.
He ain't going nowhere. He want his dog food.
I gave him some this morning.
When you cut them salamis up for them?
I got them from Aldi's.
Oh, that's really dog treat. That was cheaper. And she smashing.
And he sitting there getting comfortable.
Look. He like, come on, throw me some.
Y'all give me one. See, Octopus, he don't know what's going on yet. But Black, he like, why should we treats?
What we gonna do when we make that real dog food? I hope y'all don't be eating it. Well, it's gonna be chicken, carrots and peas, and brown rice.
Oh my God.
I just got back from the grocery store. Please tell me that I'm not the only one that goes to the store now and just gets pissed and depressed. Everything that I was going to pick up to buy, things that I normally buy, $7, $8, $9, $10, $11. Like, are we for real right now? Are we effing serious? How can we afford to even survive? Enough is enough. Something has got to change. I know I'm not the only one out here struggling right now, but it's really, really difficult. Like, I need food. My granddaughter's coming over today. I had to grab a few things and I just don't have the money to buy what I really needed to buy. That's really sad, and I wanted to cry in the grocery store. I almost did. Please tell me your thoughts. Tell me your feelings down below. Do you get frustrated, or are you just like accepting of it? Or am I just the one that just gets mad at everything all the time? Because I know that I tend to get pissed off, and when I get pissed off, I get pissed. Let me know down below. Thanks.
Guys, I heard the news. Oh my god, I am kind of nervous because this is my first Great Depression ever. Oh my god, I'm so excited. But at the same time, I'm like nervy, you know? I hope everything goes well for you guys though. Peace and fucking love.
Bye.